changed drastically. Right? And I'll actually show you how it's changed a lot. But the hardest part about it is logging on, and we've always had that problem. Everybody, most of you probably remember that you had to wait for your advisor to get the paper. After your advisor got the paper, you had to get the password, and after you got the password, then you could finally get on. But you had to wait for your faculty advisor to get that letter. Okay? You don't actually have to wait for your advisor to get that letter. What you need is your advisor's email, and your advisor's email will actually be getting that from you. Okay, so that part I'll show you as well. Okay? Jensen, you question or you? No. Come on. Okay. Everybody on this screen though? Okay, we're gonna get started then. First thing we're gonna do is open up the internet. So let's open up the internet. Okay. This is Kai's computers for the most part. What did you do? Okay. Don't check and then. All right. So you should get to probably something like this. We're gonna type in, and you can take down notes if you want. www.keyclub.org/MUC. And if you typed it in correctly, I'm going to see if we typed it in correctly. Good, that's what you should get to. I'm not even going to look at my paper anymore. Okay, so it's www.keyclub.org/MUC. Okay, if you forget www.keyclub.org/MUC, you can go to the Key Club website, and then from there you can kind of navigate through that website to get to, basically you're looking for the Membership Update Center. Okay? Membership Update Center. Okay? Now here's where it gets tricky. Okay? You're gonna need, for the email, you're gonna need your faculty advisor from last year's email address. Okay? So whoever your faculty advisor was last year, that's the email that you need. Okay? So, right, and that's where I understand. Okay? There's going to be, I see all of 2 faculty advisors in here, myself as one of them. So I know we have that problem. Okay? So here's basically your first solution to the problem. Okay? I couldn't actually ask them. You can call up. So when you go ahead and you type in this email, let me go ahead and use a bogus email that I know does not work. What you're gonna do is if you think you know the email, okay, it needs to be an email that you can access. One, okay, that's my email, but I'm going to type in that email, and then you're going to click on Register Reset Password. Okay? When you click on that, it's going to say this. Okay? And so you might not be typing anything, that's fine. And it'll say, please provide your email address. We will send you. So now I'm going to type in my email again. Okay?
Should I double check if my advisor already did this, so I don't reset it?
You might want to try to check. Don't reset your advisor's passwords right now. Okay. So I'm gonna show you the process. I don't really care if mine gets reset, whatever. So we're gonna go ahead. No, not Gmail. Yahoo. Oh, now you just reset it. Go to the Yahoo one. Go to the Yahoo one. Okay. And then we're going to submit it. And then when we submit it, it says, check your inbox for instructions on how to reset your password. Okay, so now you need to actually, and this is where your advisor needs to be able to, now you're going to actually go into your email. And in your advisor's email, and I've actually ran through this before, so I can show you the wrong way pretty much first. send it to us. Okay. That's the one that you sent it to the first time. All right. So in your email box, you'll see something that looks like this: no reply at portalbuzz.com. Okay. This is actually going to be the right one, but we'll go through this one first. So your advisor needs to click on that. So your advisor will go into that, and in here it'll say reset password. Right. Now your advisor is going to be like, whoa, I don't want to reset my password. I don't even know what it is. And don't worry about it. Okay. No advisor as of right now, unless you've already signed in, knows your password. And I actually did, but that's all right. We're going to reset it anyway. Once you reset it, then you need to give us a password. Sorry. Okay. And then once you reset your password, it'll take you right back to this membership update login. Okay. Once you've reset it, you should be able to now log in. Oh, actually, I lied. It'll take you to the one that is already going to log you in. Okay, so it'll have your email address that it just sent you from, and then your organization. Okay. There's going to be two choices for pretty much every faculty advisor. Okay. One choice is going to be their kind of, I don't know if this is the Kiwanis group or if it's just the city that they're in. And then the other one is going to be the actual school. So we're going to go to Kaiser High School. And then we're going to log in. Okay? So the process is your faculty advisor has to go through this. Okay? You're going to want to try and do it yourself. The hard part is you can't do it. Okay? It needs to be the faculty advisor. Okay? So once you log in, you get here. What do they got? Yes. Okay, go back to it then. Alright, in here, this I have not changed, okay, since I actually reset my password this past week. It'll have a lot of things that are already going to be in there. Okay? Club name will already be in there, division, district, club status, your club charter, sponsoring Kiwanis group, financials if there is. More than likely none of us have any financials, which basically would mean that you didn't pay your dues from last year. And then it'll have all of these things that are blank. Okay? Yes, we have been keeping it up, right? Up to date. But as far as your president goes right now, it's going to say vacant. Vice president is going to be vacant. Secretary is going to be vacant. And treasurer is going to be vacant. Okay? The hard part, your faculty advisor needs to do all of this. Okay? So you're going to need to make sure you work with your faculty advisor to telling them, I need you to get on this and we need to update our membership. Right? Now there's going to be certain things that you're going to want to get, which is the email that Matsuhara gave a lot of the presidents and advisors. Okay? For this list, it's not that big of a deal. But if you go to members on the top there, above membership update, right? What the Key Club, this website has done is they put in all of the people who were in your club as of last year. Okay, so they took that list from last year, they transferred it into this, what they kind of consider the new website, but it's kind of still the old one. Okay? But you have all of the people that are in here. Now, those of you who worked on your list last year, you know what a pain in the butt it was to delete people, correct? You know what a pain in the butt it was to add people, correct? Okay? This website they made a lot easier. Okay, so the first thing that you can do on the top, which we didn't scroll down yet, you have this graduation year kind of filtering device. Okay, so you can, on the right, go to the right, there you go. Okay, we know that if you have been putting in the graduation year correctly, you can select 2012 because that's everybody who graduated last year, right? So when you do that, then you'll see that all of the people in 2012 are going to be in that list now. Okay, we can select all, and we're going to try this for the first time. We're going to go ahead and delete. Okay, members to delete, and we are going to confirm. Go up. There you go. And just like that, all of the 2012 guys are off your list, okay? Which is a really, really nice thing because we all know how many seniors we've all had in our club and how many times we have to go, delete. Are you sure? Yes. Are you really sure? Yes. Delete. Are you sure? Yes. Are you really sure? Yeah. And you sat there, faculty advisor. I know I used to do it for Kaiser. And I would sit for about half an hour just deleting the people who are not supposed to be on that list, right? So one of the important things that you need to make sure when you find out any of your new members, you're going to need a last name and first name, same like you did before. Okay? What you want to make sure you do is you put in the graduation year. Okay? As of right now, the list got transferred over. Even if you had emails in there, the emails didn't transfer over. Okay? So you're going to need to, for everybody that was on the club last year, you're going to need to edit their things. So if you go to that, go for Sasha. Let's edit Sasha. Okay? You're going to edit their information, and a whole bunch of stuff is actually going to come up. Okay? You're going to be able to put in their address, if they have one, or if you want to put one. You're going to be able to put in their phone number, if you want to put in their phone number. But one of the required things, okay, is going to be their first name and their last name, their graduation year, and then their email address. Okay, it doesn't have a red star. They're going to allow it if you don't put in an email address. Okay, but we do want to make sure we put in their first and last name, graduation year, and email. Okay, and we're going to put in their email because one of the things that actually has been getting sent out to all the faculty advisors is that little Key Club pamphlet, the magazines. They're actually going to make that electronic. So what's going to happen is that email that we put in for every member, that pamphlet, that magazine is actually going to get sent directly to them to their emails now. Okay, so we're going to try and be a little bit more paper savers. Okay, so that email address is actually kind of important. Okay, so go on to this. Go on to this. Okay, so that's the first part. Any questions so far? I know I kind of went through some of that really fast. Ask away. Not that I'm an expert, but someone in this room can be able to answer it right now as far as membership updates. You okay?
Yeah, because I was trying to do all this. I
with yours, right?
Yeah, but it wasn't under the old one. It was under whoever went to the last RTC.
Oh, really?
That's what Ma said.
Oh.
And then for some reason, my name isn't on there.
Right.
It's the other person that's helping now.
Oh.
But then she tried this, but she reset it.
Yeah.
And she still can't get in. So I told her when I
don't think it's the person who went to RTC because they didn't collect our emails from RTC.
Oh, that's what Ma said.
Huh.
So she said it's Judy Watanabe.
Ah,
So I was
interesting.
like, okay.
Because even for, and I was really surprised for this one, it had my Gmail account, and I don't ever use my Gmail.
Because I tried mine and I never got any.
So I don't know how they got my Gmail email, but that's what basically happened. Try to go to the Yahoo. Come on, let it be there. All right. Oh, I don't know what's going on there. The frustrating part is you may think that, and what actually happened to me was I thought it was on my Yahoo email. So I sent in my Yahoo, had it click on it, it said it now has been sent to your email. When I checked the email, it says to reset your password. You click on the reset password and it pops up with this window of, sorry, you are not authorized to change your password or something like that. And I was like, it's my email, I don't see why I can't change it. And so I ended up giving them a call, and it was that basically that was the wrong email. I don't know how the email was still in their file and whatnot, but I asked them for that actual email. But your faculty advisor is the person who needs to call up, right? So if you don't, one, your faculty advisor doesn't know what email they have, okay? Just have them call up, have them explain to, how do I want to get that number? There is a number. You can email, scroll down. No. Try to cancel this already, get out of this one. Oh, not out of this. Man, now you gotta get back into that. You're not gonna get it. Try. Let's see. Okay. There. All right. So for changes and advisor information number, 1-800-Kiwanis is pretty much the number that you can kind of use. Right? From that number, you're going to let them know that I'm the faculty advisor. I'm trying to update my membership, and they'll be able to unhighlight it. Right? It's just 800 Kiwanis, K-I-W-A-N-I-S, right? K-I-W-A-N-I-S. And your faculty advisor needs to be the one to call up. Let them know that you're the faculty advisor trying to update your membership and it doesn't seem to be working. I don't know what my email is, whatever the situation is. They'll go ahead and they're really good about switching it up.
So if we don't know where or anything about our...
We know nothing about our own faculty.
Do you have a faculty advisor? Current.
Now that's even debatable.
Yeah.
Okay. So you're going to need to get a faculty advisor. That's basically the first step for you guys. I don't want to go into that details. You're going to need to get a faculty advisor. That faculty advisor is going to be the one who's going to be that main constant. That's why for them. Yeah. And when we change faculty advisors down the road, that you can change your faculty advisor. That's not a problem. But you need to have the faculty advisor give them a call. So even if your faculty advisor is brand new this year, no big deal, right? For clubs that are new, is that going to be? Huh? Oh, okay. Then what's your question?
Could you also email them?
You could.
But
emails are pretty slow. Yeah. And you have to keep in mind that this is not a local number.
so you have to pay a toll.
Not so much you have to pay a toll, but you want to call in the morning. Don't wait till after school. Okay. I actually called at 6 in the morning here, which got somebody on the phone right away.
Is this mainland time? So
it's pretty much mainland time. I didn't ask him where he was, but I could tell it was mainland. So, yeah.
What is Kiwanis? What does that translate to in numbers?
That's a good question.
I don't know what that means.
Okay. I was gonna look at my phone, but it is.
549-2647.
Thank you.
Yeah. Okay, so St. Louis faculty advisor, probably, yeah.
How would we...
I was going to mention, unfortunately, you can't use the Kiwanis advisor. They won't give it to the Kiwanis advisor. Period. I've tried to work with counselors before, and they said no. It has to be someone from that school officially.
Wow.
Why?
So they don't, because the Kiwanis, the hard part of Kiwanis is they're not even a constant at that school either, right? The Kiwanis can switch in and out. So the faculty that's at the school, pretty much, they're at the school, so it's a little bit easier for, if they call up the administrator and principal, whatever, hey, does Scotty Wanago work there, your Key Club advisor? Oh yeah, and then they can, it's not a big deal. Hey, does Joshua Chang work there? No, he doesn't. Oh, he's your Kiwanis advisor for your Key Club? That's great. He doesn't work here. I don't know who he is. So it's a little bit harder for that kind of communication to go on with that. So.
And it's something having to do with ensuring the identity of the students, because the teachers already have to go through all that identity protection and all that.
Yeah. So there's a lot of kind of things going on. Yeah, your faculty advisor is the one that has to do it. You have another question?
Yeah, so we still have to figure out our last year's.
You don't have to figure out your last year's. You get a faculty advisor this year, you have them call up that number, explain to them that I'm brand new to this, I don't know what email they used last year, I am the faculty advisor this year, I'm looking to update our membership this year, and then they'll walk him through the process and get him all on board. It'll be exactly pretty much like what I just showed you, but they're going to need to get his email so that they can type in, he can type in that, and then it'll send that reset password to him. Okay? I asked too, my email, because it's my Gmail and I don't ever use my Gmail, I asked, can I switch it over to my Yahoo? His exact words were, you're running a training this Saturday, so maybe don't do it yet. Try and do it next week, just in case we have any glitches. So, I was like, okay, sounds good. So I left it as my Gmail right now, but I haven't tried to change my email to have it be my Yahoo email or even my school email, so that it can be something I can access a little bit more often. I don't really check this one too often. But in this, you'll notice it's actually really easy. The other thing you can do, go back to members again. On members, right? It'll have, so I showed you how to delete, right? You can add, right? There's two ways to, you can do two ways to add. So you can add a new member, which is gonna just add one by one, which is the old long method, or you can add bulk members. Okay, so click on up, go ahead, click on that one, right? And then this will pop up, okay? So you can add a lot of different members at one time, save, and then you can click on bulk again. Okay, so it's a lot easier now for us to actually add and do as such. Okay, so that's the other thing that we really try to emphasize as well as hopefully this membership update center is going to be a lot easier. Okay, cancel, bottom, don't close, cancel. All right, and then once you're done, right? You're gonna want to, we're not done, so don't do it. Okay? You're gonna want to click on that roster complete print invoice. Okay? So once you added and deleted, for the most part, all the people that you wanted this year, right? You're gonna click on that. It's gonna print out. It'll send to your printer. Hopefully you're connected to a printer. It'll send a printout of the invoice. You're gonna take that to your school account clerk or whatnot to get your check cut out, and that's where Masaharu is saying you have to make sure you pay your dues by December 1st. Right? We tried last year, November 1st, for everybody on Oahu. Hopefully we can try again this year. Now that I've walked you through this, get your faculty advisor on board and whatnot.
If we do the early bird deadlines after, if someone wants to join the club, can they still join?
Yes,
and you
absolutely.
can send another check?
Yes, absolutely. Yeah. So that's kind of the nice thing too. We always love to get more members, and we always have people transferring into our schools and whatnot. So you can always print it out. Let's say October 15th, I'm good, or maybe October 15th is not reasonable, but October 15th, I'm good. So we print out our invoice, take it to our account clerk. Our account clerk cuts the check in a couple of days. You send it out. KI says they received it. And you're good. And then come November 15th, somebody else comes and I want to join Key Club. Oh, that's great. Well, come on in, join. We add them as a new member, and then we can print an invoice for just that one person now, and then we can send that check in. So it is another something we can always add more people, but we want to try not to wait too long. Right? I don't know how long your office takes to write checks. Kaiser takes about a week, so as long as I kind of give it to them in a week, I'll get the check. I can send it out in a week. KI will get it. KI takes a little bit more time to process though, but they, for the most part, they look at the stamp, the mailing stamp. So they kind of take a look at that date to figure out, did you make the November 1st or did you make the December 1st? So, but for the most part, as long as you kind of get that check sent out, by about October 14th, you should make that November 1st date. So you should be okay. Okay? Yeah.
Regarding dues, how do you guys get members to pay? Because about half of our members won't pay. Like,
Good question.
no matter how much we badger them.
Okay. I won't share about Kaiser first. Let's hear how everybody else does it. Anybody? How much? Let's just kind of go around the room and share how much we actually collect for dues. I'm kind of curious to hear this too. That's why. So, if you do and how much you do per member, maybe you have a different one for returning members. But just to kind of hear what we actually do. Anybody want to start? Go ahead, Caitlin.
Castle usually charges the normal 11 plus $4 more. So it's like even $15. They can just bring in a 5 and a 10 or a 20 and we can give them 5 back.
Okay. Castle. Yeah.
So my AI charges the same thing as Castle does. Yeah, it's basically the same $15 for everyone, old or new.
Okay.
Oh, Marital charges 20 for 11 for international dues and 9 for shirts.
9 for shirts. Cool.
Iolani charges 22 for new members, and then that covers their shirt, and then for returning it's 11.
Because you don't give
Yeah,
the,
we don't.
the returning members
Yeah,
blue
they
shirts.
have
Okay.
Oh, but we also like to collect the money, like when they turn in their forms. Like we don't forms.
The application, like.
Yeah, their membership
Your
forms.
membership form.
What are you talking about?
So you have, there's different forms that you can kind of go through. Every club kind of runs a little differently. Some, I know some clubs have like a whole packet. Your video release form, your all different kinds of forms, and they have them sign off on all of these things for any Key Club event, and then that way they're set. There's some that just do a one-page contract, just to kind of say you're committed to the club. There's some that just kind of wait till the first event, and then on that first event you turn in a contract with your first event form. So there's different forms that kind of go out there. I think for the most part, everybody does somewhat of a contract. Agreed? Agreed? All right. So pretty much somewhat of a contract, and then that contract kind of has different things that state. Different clubs have different things on their contract. I pretty much assume. Most of us have something about the 5 hours of service, or an event a month, or some type of requirement to stay as an active member. I know on ours we have a probation suspension status thing, so if they don't show up 5 hours, then we put them on a probation. Don't show up 5 hours again, we put them on a suspension. Don't show up 5 hours again, and we kick them out of the club. Then they have to pay their dues all over again. I think for most DOEs it's about $15. Yeah, because I think DOE's policy is that we're not allowed to charge more than 5 extra on top of what we send out. So I don't think we're allowed to charge actually 20, unless of course we're saying it comes with a shirt. Then we can say the shirt is $9 and we're going to charge 20, so that the $11 is going out and the $9 is for the shirt. And actually Kaiser does a $15 for their membership, and then $15 for a shirt. So actually they pay 30 for Kaiser. But we just kind of make it as part of the contract. So and we make it where you can't come to any event unless you've turned in your contract. That's how we do it. I think
Insurance is in the.
right. Right. It's to cover them on all the liabilities and everything that goes on with them. Yeah. Good question. Don't worry about it. You're fine. Everybody's here to help, right? Everybody's here to help. Just ask your questions and we can try to get through them. Okay. Any questions about this membership update center? Everybody kind of agree we can't do anything right now?